Welcome back to the Hopium Den. Let's get high. Alright. We're picking up where we left off here. The shipyard hums with activity, somewhat literally in the case of the harrower carpenter, who has been hired to construct your boat. As a swarm of unified insects, the harrower has spent the last few days slicing planks of wood, then bending the pieces into the shape with the help of other workers. It's a respectable, single-mast ship with enough room for a small crew to make a brief voyage north. Until now, a part of you had hoped the carpenter wouldn't pull it off, and you'd be safe from venturing into these frigid waters. But seeing the ship here, all properly rigged up and sealed with fresh pitch, your mood brightens. Now, all you need is a crew. Captain Philip Doghogger, at your service. You turn your back towards the gate. Now, what do you call this beauty? The sailor brightens again, offers a bottle of brackish alcohol. Go ahead. Pick a name. Bad luck to set forth with an unnamed vessel. You smash the bottle on the hull and watch as the carpenter and their assistants launch the ship into the chilly waters. Captain Doghogger takes some time to inspect the rigging and secure a crew, but after only half a day, you're ready to brave the icy sea and leave Frosthaven behind you.
Harrower geminids are born from a schism in the harrower. That internal conflict manifests itself outwardly as two forms competing for control. Sitting across the table from you is a harrower who became a geminid just moments ago under interrogation for murder. Half of the being rejected the other half for the crime they committed. A geminid can be confused for weeks or even permanently following a split, and Mayor Suther has requested your assistance in getting a confession. Problem is, they've already confessed. Sort of. The left portion of the harrower says,
I am the murderer.
The right portion of the harrower says,
I did not kill him.
You're about to lock them both up when you hear a cough from the corner of the room. An Esther, translucent except for an odd hunting cap, speaks up.
Oh, don't mind me. Just observing today. Answer's quite simple. One of them and only one is definitely the murderer. Would it help you if I told you at least one of these two are lying?
Oh boy, starting right out this morning with a lying situation. All right, so one has to be lying, but both aren't. So if the left is not a murderer, we're going to do the lie here. So if I am the murderer is the lie, and he is not the murderer, then the other one's saying I did not kill him. So that doesn't work. If the lie is I did kill him, they're the same. Oh, my brain's not braining. At least one. So they could both be lying. But if they were both lying, then I'd be in the exact same situation, just inverse. Where's the chat? Where's the live stream when you need it? You guys. Oh my gosh. There was something like this in Gloomhaven with like the 3 people. And I figured out that one. That one clicked. But this at 6:30 in the morning doesn't feel great on the brain. Okay, here we go. Let's focus. I mean, it's got to be the right.
You realize that if one of them is lying, they both must be lying. That means the right portion of the harrower is the half being rejected for their murderous
Oh, we got
drives.
there. Let's go.
You summon the guards accordingly. The Esther tips his hunting cap approvingly.
Another mystery solved with the help of Detective Elsewhere. I'm sure they'll be more complex in the future. Of course, the real trick will be separating the two, but I'll leave you to it.
With
No
that,
thanks.
he
Separating
steps
them
into a
one
rift.
insect at a time. Alright. We got some level ups. And let's start there. That's the exciting part. Oh no, just a perk here. The only part of the regen heal is it doesn't trigger till the next turn. So that does help a lot with wound and poison, but I never know for sure when I'm going to hit it. So cleaning up the deck more feels good, or starting to get more poisons feels good for this team, because it increases my deck and gets a poison out. Alright. Banner, here we go. Just hit 5. So this is pretty much just a better push, can hit more people. Honestly, the bottom's kind of interesting. The bottom's kind of interesting, just in terms of like more movement and flexibility. Hold the Line is a really nice tanky card. Like that plus Drifter 17 gives Drifter a shield 3 for a turn. But I don't hate this in terms of like pushing them all and then having some extra movement after the attack. I don't have any other way to really like move and attack. Either that, or I go backwards and take the move 4 with Muddle, because this late move Muddle is still really good to set up taking less damage the following turn. Ooh. Alright, let's look ahead and see what we got. So Barricade pretty much is the hold the line top, but I'm also doing damage, so that means I don't want the hold the line. Yeah, I like Barricade. The wound on there is nice. I like even the bottom of Tri-Thrust. Like the move and attack feels good. The top, it's hard to set up, but even the disarm feels good. Man, the Longbowman kind of goes crazy though. Range 4 with a Muddle on there. Longbowman kind of goes hard. Well, I think for this turn, I'm either super boring here just because it's such a good initiative and a move, or I take this, which I would just straight up switch Unbreakable Wall for that, and it would give me an attack and a movement. Guess I'm okay with that. Because I like the 4 with the Muddle, but I'm making wind. It would give me a second way to make wind for deflecting. Well, hang on. I think as a comp, the element is nice, because I could actually start to try and utilize more elements with Gem. Definitely could. Alright, I'm going to make my choice here. And I think it's probably a little boring to take this. This is probably the right call with this comp, but I'm going to take Explosive Epicenter for some more push for the team. So an attack 3 push. Versus this would be a late turn to move, attack something, and then muddle everything that's melee. And I would get wind out, so then if Gem hit the flip, or if I get out the persistent element control, I could actually use that. That would then go right into a deflecting turn, but that combo doesn't actually work great, because the deflecting gives me disadvantage anyway. Because of that reason, I'm just going to take this. Alright, we talked our way through it. If there would be a great way to like stall the element for a future turn, then I think like multiple entire turns in a row at disadvantage would go crazy. But because that would muddle a bunch, and then this gives me disadvantage, it's not quite worth it. And Gem, I haven't been getting out the elemental persistence, so I would just have to like completely change my playstyle, which wouldn't be bad, but... Alright, we are not quite full here. Let's get the team full. Logging camp. Hunting lodge and mining camp. And I really don't have anything to build. Which leads into kind of our next discussion of we got to figure out what we're doing, because I'm stuck on the quest line I'm on with Skyhall. I really just feel like I need a better control character before I can make that happen. Like, I need even Trapper, if he doesn't do damage, getting the traps down funnels things away from the trap so I can like hide in the middle and funnel the Earth Demons. It makes a big difference. So I don't think Skyhall's great for this team. Raised by Wolves. Oh, Sacred Soil's the quest line I need to do for Drifter to retire. And I can't do that until I do the Frozen Fjord, because this unlocks Ravens, and then Ravens unlock Sacred Soil. So that's a whole new one. Work Freeze is new. Ancient Spire is a new quest line. Temple of Liberation would be the only other one that I could do. And I believe this is continuing our last quest line. So this is what I'm thinking. Rockroot and Arrowvine. I want to look here. Does it tell me what to... Ooh, that's kind of tough. I wish it told me which ones I needed. Alright, let's figure out a potion for Gem. I'm literally only getting Rockroot and Arrowvine. Power Potion's kind of nice, an extra +1 into the AoE stuff. Renewing's not bad. But I really would love to make something new. Like maybe this guy. That looks good. Lancing. Okay, that's good to unlock. That's really good to unlock. Not necessarily for these characters, because none of these have a ton of rolling modifiers. But like Blinkblade comes to mind, right? That just goes absolutely crazy on Blinkblade. Alright, Temple of Liberation, and then once we finish this questline, we start focusing on Drifter's retirement.
A gnarled orchid stands in the middle of the road, watching you approach. A ratty cloak barely covers her shoulders, but she doesn't seem to mind the cold air. She beckons you closer, then quietly recites something under her breath.
May your words never falter when you face the crystal altar. They will not agree.
She pauses before finishing, staring you down with deep blue eyes and urging you to step within whispering distance.
There's no option not
the
to.
orchid leans in close and whispers something only you can hear. She nods, then continues on her way.
Option C. Option C. Alright, peeps, you better remember that for me. I'm gonna need it. Alright, I'm gonna end the Outpost video. We'll be right back.